Hello, this is Rivka Goren and Dr. Isaac Goren from Goren Acupuncture and Wellness Center in Fort Lauderdale,
Welcome.
Florida. Okay, so Isaac, we spoke about the hell loop. Now, it sounds to me like something that can be really vicious for a person to move through it.
Correct.
So, I would like to talk about it more so people can understand it first. I'll let you talk about it.
Okay. So the hell loop is something that most people, all patients that I know have it in some degree or another. And I call it hell loop is because it's hellish. The experience is negative. And the loop is the part of it is repetitive, meaning that there is something that is repeating in your life. Either you keep losing a job, either you breaking up relationships, money issues continuing. It's a reoccurring event in your life, and that's the loop part of it. And the hell part of it is that you experiencing hardship with it, and it can be in any areas of your life. As I mentioned, relationship, I mentioned finance, and being a doctor of Chinese medicine for more than 30 years, I see it with my patients on an ongoing thing. Every disease, every single condition that people come with, there is a component that is they are stuck with. And so it can be something from the past that they are stuck with. It can be something that some sort of traumatic event that happened, and that event got them stuck. And so in their mind, for example, if we take women that were either molested or sexually abused or raped, many of them have the point of view of being damaged goods. And so one of the, and maybe I'm jumping the gun here, maybe I'll talk about it in a minute, but it's like they are recognizing themselves in a very negative way. So it can affect their life. It can affect them in fertility. It can affect them in getting diseases down there, and so on and so forth. But the point that I'm trying to make is that, but I'm going back to the damaged goods, is the most important thing is not to identify yourself as your trauma, to understand that trauma is part of who you are, but it's not who you are. And I know it sounds like a little bit, it's just play on words. It's not play on words. It's a way you are reframing it in your mind. Because if the trauma is who you are, then you are trauma. But if you're a person that had trauma, that's totally different. It's like saying that you identify yourself only by third grade, or you're identifying yourself only as an American, without looking into all the different parts of your life.
So let's see. How does it work in relationships? When a person gets into a new relationship, they're dating and dating and dating, and then something happens, and they break up, and then the same person goes again, starts another new relationship, and then the same cycle of the same loop
Yeah, vicious
happens.
cycle is the hell loop.
Yeah,
Vicious cycle
exactly.
is another word
and
for
the
hell
same
loop.
vicious cycle happens at the same new relationship.
Correct.
So how do you look at it? How do you treat it?
Okay, so that's a little bit more challenging part, because most people are not aware of their hell loop. It's what's called a scotoma. Scotoma is a blind spot. It's like very much
Yeah.
like you cannot see the back of your head. It's something that you cannot see. You need usually to work with somebody else. That person with a relationship that is meeting somebody, oh, this is the one, it feels good, we have good connection and things are good, and then it starts deteriorating, and then 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, they have a timeline that somewhere it starts to break down, and then they break the relationship. and then again they get alone again, and then they meet somebody again, and then this is the one, and then you called it a vicious cycle, and I called it a hell loop, and it goes on and on and on. The thing here, as you ask me, how do you treat it, is the most important thing is to identify the mechanism behind it, and the mechanism behind it is a thought process in relationship to it. I'll give you a couple of examples so to make it very, very clear. I worked with a young lady who wants to get into a relationship, and when I asked her about men, she said, oh, men are assholes and can't be trusted. Now, when you say men are assholes and can't be trusted, that means all men are like that. And if all men are like that, so anyone she meets, it will be in the way, because even if they're nice and,
they're under
and
the
handsome,
same category.
Somewhere in the back of her mind, you can be trusted.
Right.
And so she might be able to go through 1, 2, 3 dates or a period of relationship, but it's not going to last. So we need to reframe that for her so she can have a different relationship with men. Some men are asshole and can be trusted, but there are others that can be.
Right.
And you need to find those.
Right.
And then the other example is I worked with a guy, this is like going almost 30 years ago. He was a friend, and so it started as when I was just starting out. He was telling me that he doesn't know what to do because he's like failing college. I said, so what's going on? He said, well, you know, I'm a foreign student, and as a foreign student, you need to take 12 credits, which is 4 classes. And I took 4 classes. I failed all of them. They told me, and I said, I have learning disabilities. They say, okay, get a test, and if you have ADD or ADHD,
then they will get
you'll get a certificate, and with that we'll let you do only 2 classes. And I did that, and I got my stupid certificate, and then I took the 2 classes. I still got a D and an F, and I don't know what to do.
Okay, so what was the story behind?
So that's it, the story behind.
Yeah.
That's what you need to figure out. That's how you treat that. And so the story behind, we had to go back and back and back. But I had an idea, because what did he call it? The stupid certificate. So we went back all the way back to 1st grade. He was 5 years old. His teacher told him, you're stupid. And because it's a person of authority, it's his teacher.
Yeah.
And okay, if she thinks that I'm stupid, I'm probably stupid. Not from getting hurt or something, like just a point of view. Okay, I'm stupid. And from there, it went on and on and on. He failed the class. He didn't pass one exam, and got worse and worse and worse. He was 15. He went to high school, and they told him, you know, why don't you, they were trying to be very gentle, why don't you go spend time at the gym? Because there's nothing in your head. So he went to the gym. He became a very good athlete, came to the US, and then that's where the story begins. I started working with him, and when we identified that, I said, you are identified with the trauma. She told you are stupid. You took it as I am stupid. Versus I'm a man that one person told in 1st grade, I'm stupid.
Yeah.
So I'm not stupid. It's just that was her opinion when I was in 1st grade.
Yeah.
And we started working on it to release it. And then he was able to take 2 classes and pass them, 4 classes and pass them. And not just passed, like change it from D and F to C, B, A. Finished his bachelor's degree, then went on to a master's degree, finished his master's degree, then he opened his own business. And yes, it is with exercise, has to do with exercise, because that's where his expertise. But he's helping now people with that are going through heart surgeries with their rehabilitation.
Wow, amazing.
And it all started at 1st grade.
Right.
Age 5, as you're stupid. Just one comment turned his whole life around.
Unfortunately,
so,
many.
And so a lot of people have something like that, some sort of and it wasn't even a trauma for him. And the same thing with that woman who is like, men are assholes and can't be trusted. she didn't have a trauma with men. She had some things in her past with her male figure. Usually we go to father. Or something like that.
So it sounds like it was or caused by a belief.
Yeah, with a belief.
Okay, yeah. And, I work with the medical Qigong and I pick the limiting beliefs and then I see that.
It's exactly that, a limiting belief.
So that's what you did with him, or you added more methods? Because I know mostly you do the acupuncture.
What was the methodology?
Yes.
Okay, so
because you do acupuncture, you do medical Qigong, you do spiritual healing, you do coaching, and you do NLP. So how do you know what to choose?
So with that, it is mostly coaching and NLP and hypnosis.
Nice.
Yeah. And that's how we treat it with NLP, which is like changing the frame of work of your mind.
Yeah.
And sometimes we do it with hypnosis, and hypnosis not like that you lose consciousness, but you choose to structure your life in a different way and your thought process in a different way.
Right.
But in a state of hypnosis.
Yeah.
And then in coaching, like getting to the root of where is it coming from, and then from there.
And melting all the
limiting beliefs. Right.
Yeah.
Now, having worked with medicine for more than 30 years, this is where a lot of my patients is like it is also in disease. So infertility, cancer, any disease that the people are coming with, there is a story behind it that has to do with limiting beliefs.
Yeah, definitely.
So part of my treatment is to find that, coach them, and help them change that.
And have you ever tried, or have you ever seen over their inner organs that are connected to this limiting belief?
Okay, so that's excellent question, because the way it works is that the limiting belief is usually producing an emotion, and that emotion is getting into a loop, and that looping emotion creating a disease
in one of the organs.
In one of the it doesn't have to be in the organ, but it's in the system of that organ. So for example, it can, let's say it's anger, and anger is related to the liver. It doesn't have to be a liver disease, but it can be in the eyes, which the eyes are connected to the liver.
Right. And gallbladder.
Or gallbladder. So, or somebody who had
something with the lungs.
Lungs, yes, because of grief.
Yeah.
Because they had an event, a traumatic event that brought a lot of sorrow.
Yeah.
Or disappointment. So, for example, a lot of women that in college that having what's called day rape. Day rape is somebody who you know and you were hanging out, and then
they do their thing.
They do the thing, and it's a shock, because you didn't want it, but two, because it's like
you know them.
I know them, and how could you do that to me? So there's so much sorrow.
Yeah.
Disappointment.
Disappointment. Shock.
And a shock, and so
that can cause something, or that can affect the lungs and the large intestine, as far as I know.
Correct.
And the skin.
Correct.
Anything else?
Breast, nose, right. Sinuses.
Right. It's amazing, because it's every time it happens with my own patients, I see that how the emotions affect the health of a person if they don't take care of their emotional state.
Yeah, the psyche, the emotions and the beliefs.
Yes. It runs their life, it runs their...
That's the vicious cycle, the hell loop.
Yeah.
Exactly that. I'll give you an example. I had a young lady who tried to get pregnant for many years. She was in her late 30s, and she was molested when she was a child. And when she came in, I asked her if she will be open to do a process with me. which is called the forgiveness process. And the forgiveness process is we actually bring back the person that was the perpetrator, and we go through a separating the cord between you, not you, but the person.
The person and
then the perpetrator.
Yeah.
And we cut the cord between them, so to release the emotions and the thoughts and all the experience.
I love that.
And so within a couple of months, she got pregnant.
Yeah.
It's very effective. It's very powerful. It's life-changing. I don't want to sound like I'm a magician. It's not like a wand that I do hocus pocus and the person is...
and it's not you. It's the divine that you bring into the healing process, the healing session, and that's creating by its own.
I'm just a facilitator, helping the person to kind of identify what it is and choose to overcome it.
Yeah. I had a lady, I did the same process with her, the forgiveness process. She was raped when she was little by someone she knew. After the process, she said, okay, I'm gonna book a flight. I know where he is. I'm gonna book a flight and meet with him, and I will tell him that I forgive him. And that's what she did. And before that, she couldn't find any partner for life. She was looking for a husband, and she couldn't find one. And we said, okay, this is where it's stuck. So we opened it, we treated it, we healed it, and after that, it took like several months until she got her husband. She met her husband, and now they have kids. But it's amazing, these stories, how that if you don't forgive, it can just stop you from reaching your dreams.
And that's the point. The whole point and why it's a vicious cycle, it's that we are here, if we look at it a little bit different, we are spiritual being having a physical experience, a physical body.
Yeah.
And so the whole purpose, it's not the body, it's more the soul. And the soul here for a lesson. And so if you have an event, the whole purpose is for you to learn the lesson. If you're not learning the lesson here, the event will reoccur here.
Right.
And reoccur here.
Until you get it.
Here, until you get, oh, that's what it is about.
Yeah.
And then you release all of it.
Yeah. I love what you do.
Yeah,
I love what we do.
Which is why it's never boring, because it's like always trying to figure out what is it that is holding the person back.
Yeah. It's amazing. In my opinion,
the human spirit is so powerful.
Powerful and very deep. And so many layers, so deep.
Yeah, and when the patient is able to connect with it.
You see the wisdom beyond. I mean, the deeper you go, the more wisdom you find. So, and it's amazing.
And if we're already on the subject, like I said, it's a soul in a physical reality. It has to do with, we all need to learn to connect with the divine. It's all about, definitely. Because you mentioned earlier spiritual healing, and spiritual healing has to do with connecting with the divine and bringing the divine light and making the changes in your soul.
Yeah, it starts there.
Yeah.
Thank you. I like the name you got it. The loop hell. It is like a hell loop. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's the hell loop. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
If you have any question, if you need guidance with it, give us a call or connect with us. And good luck with however you're doing your hell loop.
See you at the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.